gray sweatpants, black hoodie, and that hat we saw is Justin, is that correct?
Correct.
Same outfits that y'all were wearing during the murder?
Correct.
Same outfits and everything, man.
Photo of me and Jason.
And you
Shooting it up.
Photo of me and Justin shooting at Dolph.
had a hit on whose head?
Dude, had a hit on Dolph head with that, so
How much money was it supposed to be?
100,000 on Dolph head.
And had you agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Had Justin agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Day one of the young Dolph murder trial was intense. Both the state and defense give opening statements. Then one of the shooters, Cornelius Smith, snitches on his co-defendant, Justin Johnson, admitting it was them who shot and killed Dolph. It also comes out that Big Juke placed a $100,000 bounty on Dolph's head. This trial is going to be short. It's pretty cut and dry. These guys are guilty. I mean, one of them snitching on the other now. The guy that put the hit out on Dolph is actually deceased. Hit subscribe, let's get into the video, boys. Let's go. First look at Justin Johnson, one of the alleged shooters. I say alleged because I have to, but jury's inside the room now. Judge is giving an instruction to the jury on how to, view the evidence and everything.
Do not reach a conclusion on a particular point just because more witnesses testify for one side on that point. Your job is to think about the testimony of each witness you heard and decide the facts.
It's an indictment in 3 counts. Count 1 is conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Count 2 is murder first degree. And count 3 is convicted felon in possession of a firearm.
So I'm not going to be able to show the footage of them shooting, but
It has a special wrap on it, is what they call that. It's not something you can buy from the dealership. You have to get that done. Well, here that's a special wrap that the Memphis rapper, artist, Young Dolph, had on several of his vehicles.
so this is the prosecutor obviously talking. This is his opening statement. It's named Paul Hagerman, I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Taller man here in the yellow shirt, blue jeans, white shoes. His name is Adolph Thornton Jr. He grew up in Memphis. The neighborhood he grew up in was Castalia, who rapped about the things that he saw growing up and that he sees in his neighborhood. He wasn't interested in joining others. It was all about making it himself. He wanted a record label. He wanted to promote other artists. He wanted to make them famous. And so he started not just his own rap career, but a record label. It's called Paper Route Empire. He's not the only famous rapper in Memphis. Another label, CMG, Cocaine Music Group.
What a ridiculous name.
They wanted Dolph under their label, but he turned down millions. There are things called, as in Memphis, we call them diss tracks, D-I-S-S. And Dolph had plenty of those. And he had plenty of those directed at this other label, the Cocaine Music Group, at their artist, and at their number 2 person. His name is Big Juke.
Big Juke is Yo Gotti's brother who allegedly put out the $100,000 hit. Damn, this is actually kind of sad, his last moments.
This man here got out of the car with Dolph. That's his brother. As Marcus walks in his cookie store, he has a gun on his person.
I've never seen this footage. Uh-oh. There's the white Mercedes.
The car that just drove up came from this side of the parking lot. It had actually been following Dolph on the street. When Dolph turned in, it went up to this light where it got stopped for a few seconds and then came around. It's a white Mercedes. There's other pictures where you'll be able to see it more clearly. But it's a white Mercedes with back end damage. It's a stolen car that our defendant here, Justin Johnson, traded for one car for another at a gas station about 10 hours before this murder happened. This man got out of the passenger side of the white Mercedes. The door was still open. We saw him run to the parking lot. He's here with a large semi-automatic weapon. He's in a hoodie, he's got sweatpants, and he's got white shoes. We'll see a second man come out of the car too. Those 2 men that we're going to see come out of the car, they're going to gun Dolph down inside the business. He has walked over to sort of where the bathrooms are in the business. This one in particular, it looks like he's never shot this type of gun before. It's because he probably hadn't. The second man out of the car who's driving is our defendant, Justin Johnson.
Oh, okay. So this is Cornelius Smith right here, the guy who's apparently going to snitch in about an hour or 2. Justin Johnson is the driver still in the car, who's the defendant on trial now.
Neither one of these men are professional hitmen. If it looks like they don't take tactical shooting stances, it's because they don't.
So he has a handgun, it looks like. He has an AK.
You can stop it here.
Oh, Jesus, his brother came out with the gun. Okay, I've never seen this, so I didn't know that. Oh my God, this is crazy.
This is Dolph here. Remember, he was wearing the yellow. This is Marcus. Remember, I told you he had a gun. He tries to return fire as these 2 men quickly shoot Dolph. Dolph's body's riddled with bullets. He shot all in the back, in the face, in the neck, in his arms. The first man out was Cornelius Smith, and he has that semi-automatic weapon.
He's shaking a little bit, probably because he know he going to prison for the rest of his life.
The man out was Justin Johnson, who has a handgun. He's firing at Dolph as he lays. Marcus Thornton starts firing back once he hears the shots. Now we see him emerge from the building. Can't tell in the video, but Marcus actually hits Cornelius in the shoulder.
Okay, so he hit one of them back. Wow.
They don't even know each other that well. Let's start with Cornelius. Cornelius is from this neighborhood, Orange Mountain. He's in his early 30s. Cornelius has had serious drug problem. He does ecstasy and Percocet. He gets his drugs over on Bradley Street, just over 2 miles from the scene, from a man whose name you've heard, Hernandez Govan. They don't call him that, though. They call him Quet.
Hernandez Govan, that name he just said, that guy apparently helped organize, like facilitate the murder as well.
So Cornelius gets his drugs from Quet, and then Quet tries to identify young rappers and tries to shop them to CMG. And that young rapper is Justin Johnson, who goes by Straight Drop.
Oh, so he's a rapper trying to get in CMG.
Person I told you about before, that number 2 guy at CMG, he's put out a hit, $100,000 to whoever kills Dolph. He has met with Justin, he has met with Cornelius, and they think they're ready to do it. They're definitely willing to. For Cornelius, it would be 50 grand, I guess, that he could waste away on Percocets and ecstasy. For Justin, it's 50 grand, but also a chance to make it big with CMG. Not even monsters. I'm not going to call anybody a monster. This is just business for these two. Money for Cornelius, money and rap fame for Justin Johnson.
So fucking stupid.
They did the best they could, really. Stolen car. Better use a stolen car that can't be traced back to me. You'll see that they're wearing gloves. Afterwards, the guns get disappeared. The car gets ditched in a neighborhood and wiped down and moved and wiped down and moved. Their plan is to go their separate ways and just disappear into Memphis.
Stolen car, and they wiped their fingerprints and everything.
They did the best they could. I guess I could have gotten away with it. You get the guns gone, you get the car wiped down, get the car hidden for long enough, you're wearing masks, you're wearing hoodies, you're wearing gloves. Do it so quick, but it takes seconds. You get in, you get out, you get separate, you get disappear, and I guess you get away with it. There's a problem. I'm still staring at us. One of the big problems. It's not 1981. It's not 1991. It's 2021. Places have cameras. Is the hotel lobby? Is walking into the building? Is this courtroom now? And also what we don't think about, we didn't have to in 1981 or 91, whatever, because we carry phones around. Phones that can give people clues as to where we were, what was going on. We can wipe down cars. We can use stolen cars. We can get rid of guns. We can disappear in the neighborhoods. We can separate from each other. And I guess I didn't think about that. So what we saw before was this man first. Remember the one with the automatic weapon? The larger of the 2 weapons? He got out of the car first from the passenger side. He ran around and shot the gun wildly into Dolph. We're concerned in this trial. Now, Mr. Smith is charged with murder too. So is Mr. Govan. And we've heard that Jamarcus is charged with conspiracy. But in this trial, this is Justin Johnson's trial. This is Justin Johnson. He is wearing tennis shoes that have white soles. See this one better in this shot. White soles, they're black with a little white stripe. There are times in the video where you can see his socks, and they're white socks. He's wearing gray sweatpants. In fact, there's angles in the video that you can see that this gray sweatpant on this left leg has a little silver-like emblem on it. Real small, it's shiny sometimes. He's wearing gloves. See it maybe better there. He's wearing a black hoodie. He's wearing a mask, and he's wearing a Bass Pro hat. All right, so black tennis shoes, and he's got a Bass Pro hat. Bass Pro store is only not even a quarter mile from where we're sitting. Right here. There's other angles and other still shots where you can clearly see it's a Bass Pro hat. Justin Johnson, 2021, has a mother and a sister that have apartments in that building.
So let me guess, they have footage of him with the same hat and shoes and pants on and shit around this apartment building.
Justin Johnson in the elevator, leaving the building about an hour, really less than an hour, before the killing. Black tennis shoes, white soles, white stripe up the middle, gray sweatpants, black hoodie, Bass Pro hat. It's the same outfit he was wearing the night before.
I mean, how dumb are you? You're committing a murder in an outfit you know you were wearing for a full day before.
I guess as to what kind of car he got caught leaving it at the parking garage of this building. The white Mercedes with back-end damage.
The same damage on the white Mercedes. Driving it at the apartment building. This guy's cooked. I mean, there's too many coincidences there.
He is caught. And it's not just before the murder. Cornelius got shot. Can't tell the video. He got shot in the shoulder.
60% of you aren't subscribed. I'm gonna say this every video because what the fuck? Hit subscribe, dude.
He needs medical attention, or at least somebody look at it. You'll see text messages. You'll see phone location type stuff. You'll see that Mr. Johnson and Mr. Sn, after they ditch the car in the neighborhood, they have another car waiting. That they go over to Mr. Johnson's cousin's apartment. We're talking within 45 minutes of the killing. So we have the killing. Cornelius gets shot. Ditch the car, get in Johnson's other car, and we go to Johnson's cousin's apartment so they can try to bandage up Cornelius so Johnson can change his clothes so they can try to get away and disappear. How do we know that? Well, their phones, but not just their phones, because again, it's not 1981. That apartment complex has video.
Bones tracked everywhere, apartments, and one of them was shot. Like, you're so fucked if you're shot.
At some point you see Johnson come out, someone else has brought him a change of clothes. You see Johnson get inside that car, inside the back seat, packs up, and you'll see him at the elevator with his suitcase and everything else, ready to get the heck out of town.
They have this fucking idiot with a suitcase getting out of town. This guy is so cooked. So Big Jook, or whatever his name is, he's deceased. So that's why he's not charged with any of this. Obviously, he died like, I think 8 or 9 months ago. All right, that's it for prosecutor's opening statement. Now his defense lawyer right here is gonna try to separate his client from the incident, poke holes in the investigation, downplay it, the whole nine. The usual defense lawyer tactics.
Thank y'all for being here. And as we talked about in Ward Iron, Mr. Johnson sits before you innocent, and he'll remain that way. Because at the conclusion of this case, once you've viewed all the evidence and heard all the testimony, you will not be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt that he did this. Because he did. Mr. Hager was a very skilled attorney, did a great opening statement. But there's always two sides. And there are certain things about this case that I'm going to urge you to be paying particular attention to. You heard a little bit about Govan, and I anticipate you'll get to hear from Govan. As you already heard, you're going to be hearing from Mr. Smith. Mr. Hagerman talked about Mr. Govan and said he liked to, get an interest in young rappers, right? He liked to exploit. He liked to exploit young rappers. Like Mr. Johnson, he brings no skill to the table. You're going to hear testimony about how he intended. It was his sole mission to get a 30 to 60% piece of Mr. Johnson. You're going to hear him say, oh man, Mr. Johnson was going to go platinum. And he and his god brother had missed out on this golden opportunity for another rapper. And they weren't going to let that go by. They weren't going to let that go by again. And so he gets his claws into Mr. Johnson.
This innocent rapper's being exploited, which I know rappers are exploited in the record labels and management shit, but come on.
And what you're going to hear is as the process goes on, is the idea is that he's going to sign with CMG. But there comes a point in the road where what Mr. Govan wants, which is a meal ticket, the payday, and what Mr. Johnson wants, differ. And you're going to hear about how they take this trip to Atlanta. And the whole idea is that they're going to go to Atlanta, and this is Mr. Govan's chance. He's got another guy he's going to bring in to help sell the management contract, which is going to get him this massive piece of this young up-and-coming artist. You're going to hear, this is about September of 21, this is right before, and you're going to hear that they go to Atlanta to meet Jook, who is one of the higher-ups at CNG. They go to Atlanta, and while in Atlanta, Mr. Johnson decides, I'm not going to go your way. I'm not going to go your way, Govan. I'm not going into business with you. I'm going to do it without you. And at that moment, I anticipate you're going to hear Mr. Govan say he was really mad. He felt some kind of way about the fact that he had, in his mind, his perception was he had done all this to help this up-and-coming, and now he was going to be left to the wayside, and he wasn't going to get a piece. And he's so angry that he leaves Mr. Johnson in Atlanta. Mr. Johnson has to find another way home.
Why are we talking about this Atlanta fight? It doesn't really matter if they had a rough relationship.
You will also hear about other things Mr. Smith has said during the same time that he's been meeting with the state, meeting with law enforcement, trying to save himself. And while he's doing this, while he's meeting with them and telling them this story, you're also going to hear he's writing letters to his family and telling his family, I didn't really do this. I didn't really do this. I'm just going to get the deal. I just want the deal. I want you to know I'm just saying what I got to say to get myself home. How much bigger of a motivator could someone have? And it makes you question. If he's saying those things to other people, how do you know the truth? How does the state know the truth before they put him up, right? Similar clothing doesn't equal the same. Video's going to show what it shows. You're going to be able to watch it, evaluate it, look at it. The crosstown videos and pictures that they show you, look at them, evaluate them. Mass-produced items. You have to ask yourself, is there anything particularly significant or unique about those items?
Okay, yeah, it's mass-produced items, yes. But he has on like 5 different mass-produced items. That's not a coincidence.
They couldn't have been obtained by the person. And look, if that video on its own and the other part of that was enough, why would we need to hear from these other folks? Why would we need to hear from them?
To nail it home.
They want you to hear from them. They need you to hear from them because there's references of cell phone information. That cell phone information isn't going to be able to pinpoint where they are or where these phones are. That area has all sorts of other locations in it. You're going to hear, you heard the car was wiped. You're going to hear that they did fingerprint analysis on the car. Cornelius Smith's prints are on the car. You know whose fingerprints aren't on the car? Justin Johnson. And if it was wiped and then moved and wiped, as the state suggests, then how are their prints on it?
They didn't wipe it enough.
They didn't touch DNA, right? So lucky. It's not 1981 anymore. We got touch DNA now. Forensics has come a long way. Crime scene unit went into this car and did several swipes for touch DNA. They don't have anything saying Justin Johnson's DNA. The car that they got, a dude got shot, according to Cornelius Smith. I mean, he got shot in the shoulder. No blood in the car. And we're going to hear any forensic analysis about and deciding the fate of Mr. Johnson. Because he didn't kill Adolph Ford. And he shouldn't be the one that has to take the fall for it.
Honestly, not very good opening statements, man. So this is Dolph's sister up on the stand now.
What kind of relationship did you both have?
Sister and brother relationship, we were all pretty close. We had a great relationship. Spoke all the time, hung out every chance we could get together. So we had a great relationship.
Okay. And if you were shown a picture of your brother, Mr. Thornton, would you be able to recognize him?
Yes.
You said, who is that in the picture?
My brother, Adolph.
Okay.
All right, so they just asked her about identifying him really and funeral services. Now his head of security's up.
Were you Dolph's friend?
Friend.
For his whole life? Are you also involved in his business?
Yes, sir.
What was your involvement in this business?
I was in security.
And how many years have you been working in security?
7 years.
Tell me what that is underneath that little placard.
That's PRE chain.
Okay. And PRE, that paper route empire?
Yes, sir.
His label?
Yes, sir.
And he says a chain looks like a necklace or something?
Yes, sir.
Is that Dolph's rival rap label? What was its name?
CMG.
Is that Cocaine Music Group?
I think so, yes, sir.
Does that label have artists and things like it under that umbrella?
Yes, sir.
You familiar with the name Jook or Big Jook?
Yes, sir.
And is that person, to your knowledge, affiliated or part of the leadership of CMG?
To my knowledge, yes, sir.
You familiar with any sort of rivalry between CMG and Dolph?
Yes, sir.
Why does CMG have a problem with Dolph at all? You're not familiar with that? You familiar with Dolph ever turning down proposals to sign with artists from CMG?
Yes.
Establishing there was a beef with CMG and
In his rap songs, did he call out CMG and those artists?
Yes, sir.
In those rap songs, in fact, did he call out Big Jook?
Yes, sir.
Did he say insulting things about Big Jook?
Yes, sir.
You mentioned 2 incidents. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
To be clear, these are incidents that happened in the past. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, who's on trial now, was not part of it.
Yes, sir.
Tell me quickly about those 2 incidents. What happened in Charlotte?
We just came to the hotel. We was in a Sprinter.
Sprinter van?
Sprinter van, yes, sir.
Bullet holes?
Bullet holes.
A lot of them?
Yes, sir.
Dolph ended up even rapping about it?
Yes, sir.
An act of CMG violence.
Yes, sir. The other incident happened in California when he actually got shot
Dolph got shot.
in California.
Perpetrators affiliated with CMG.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I remember Dolph got shot in California as well, and he was shot at a previous time. So just establishing they had a real violent beef ongoing.
Protecting not just your client, but it sounds like your friend.
Yeah.
Is that the car arriving?
Yes, sir.
Do you know where they were arriving from?
No, sir, I don't.
Damn, so we're gonna see him walk in. Wait, this inside view is probably crazy. They're not gonna be able to show this inside view.
The chain around his neck, is that the PRE chain?
Yes, sir.
It's the one that we saw in the exhibit.
Yes, sir.
And there's Marcus behind him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're zooming in now on her.
Let's go.
So they're showing it in court, I believe, but the camera didn't show it. Holy fuck. I think they had it blurred, I think, actually. I don't know. So I think Mr. Smith is coming out now to testify against his co-defendant, the guy with the AK-47 in the video. He doesn't have a plea deal, I don't think. Like, he's here snitching pretty much for no reason. Like, he knows he's gonna go to prison. So I'm a little confused, but...
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Street drugs.
Yes, sir.
So he had a drug problem.
You were convicted of aggravated assault in 2011, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What promises have I made to you with regard to your testimony today?
No.
None. No promises.
I told you that you're not going to testify and walk out of here.
Yes, you told me that.
Do you know that you're going to prison?
Yes, sir.
Have I told you that it's very important, though, for you to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
I told you it's important to tell the truth because I said so,
Yes, sir.
and because the judge will evaluate whether or not you told the truth.
Right.
And have I told you it's in your best interest to tell the truth?
Yes, sir. Once I came to my senses and Justin had wrote me a kite.
So you said after you arrested, you came to your senses. Is
Right.
that correct?
Correct.
And you say that Justin, is that the defendant in this case,
Yes, sir.
had written you something that you called him?
A kite.
Okay. Okay. Without saying what was in that kite, and that's a letter, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Without saying in that letter, after you received that letter, did you decide to tell the truth?
Right.
And what did you do once you decided to tell the truth?
I had spoke with my lawyer.
And thereafter, have you met a few times with detectives?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say you did that because you realized you had been caught?
Yeah, I've been caught and I got a conscience too. Now they don't know my senses. Yeah, I got a conscience.
So he's saying he knew he was caught and he had a conscience. That's why he flipped.
All right, so whose car is that?
That's young Dolph's car.
All right, and you say we, who saw this car?
Me and Justin.
This is so crazy. Like him snitching, telling they were hunting down Dolph in his car.
About how long had you been knowing Justin?
3 months.
A few months. About how many times do you think you've been around him?
Couple times we went to the club together.
And for the record, I know that it's a formality, but for the record, can you point him out in the courtroom and tell me what he's wearing and stuff?
Yeah, the young brother over there with the button-down shirt, blue and white button-down shirt. We knew that, you know, they had heat on Dolph in them head or whatever, so
Who had a hit on whose head?
Big Jook had a hit on Dolph head or whatnot, so
How do you know that Big Joke had a hit on Dolph's
I
head?
could quit had told me about it, quit, and you know what I'm saying, being just
How much money was it supposed to be?
100,000 on Dolph head.
And had you agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Had Justin agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Were y'all going to do it together?
Yeah, they been on it, but yeah.
Was there any arrangements as far as splitting money or anything?
Yeah, me and him and me and him supposed to be giving quit 10,000 apiece.
All right, so you and him were going to give Go-Van 10,000 apiece?
Yeah.
And how much were you going to get?
I was getting 40, he was getting 40.
Holy shit. What's this man writing down with this pen and paper?
Spoken with Justin about this?
Yeah, we had
Not something that just happened this day, but something that was in the process for weeks?
yeah,
Had you and Justin talked about this particular day before?
We just knew that it was turkey drag on every day that week. We just knew it.
You knew that, the fair said you knew Dolph was involved in these turkey drives this week before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we didn't know we were gonna catch him, but we knew he did his artist.
They knew about his turkey drive where he's being a nice person, giving back to the community, giving out free turkeys to people. They knew he would be around there. These fuckers are evil.
And that was going to be y'all's business this week.
Yeah, that was like he knew.
When he arrived at the house, do you remember what he was driving?
Oh, white Mercedes Benz.
He's so cooked. His own co-defendant saying, yeah, he was driving the white Mercedes.
Were there any guns in the car?
Yeah, they was on the back seat in the bag.
Do you remember what kind of guns they were?
A Draco, handgun.
Okay. He picks you up in the Mercedes, is that right?
Yeah.
But you go to Bradley City, sure.
Yeah.
And is there an expedition already there?
Yeah, expedition already there. Airways.
Okay. But when, and this is Airways that we see.
Yeah, it's Airways.
This man is shaking.
How'd y'all know it was Dolph?
Everybody know, had Kanye, on T cars and stuff.
Yeah. People in Memphis knew about that rap, right?
Yeah.
That camouflage white, green, and blue rap.
I'm like,
Did you say anything or did Justin say anything?
we was like, hey, dog, right now.
All right. What did y'all do?
We received the trailer. Received the trailer.
So y'all are following him on Airways?
Yeah, right over. It's me.
Hold on. All right, I'm not gonna be able to show you guys this, but the guy with the AK-47 looks like he's never shot a gun in his life. He's literally jiggling the gun everywhere while shooting it.
Which one of the guns do you have?
I got the little Draco stab gun.
Okay, that's that semi-automatic weapon, is that right?
Yeah.
You ever shot that thing before?
I ain't never shot.
That's you who you shooting at?
No.
Smaller handgun, is that right?
Yeah, the bad baseball hat, bad pro baseball hat.
You're firing this crazy thing. What you see? What are you feeling?
I feel nothing at the time. I ain't gonna even let it. I don't feel nothing at the time. I was just
Trying to get some money?
What a fucking shit show. Taking a life for money. Take a wild guess. Do you think he actually got paid the 40 grand? You'll see how much he gets paid.
Was he able to say anything to y'all, or was he able to run or get away at all?
I shot through the glass, so I wasn't close up on him. I was shooting through the glass.
Okay.
I saw him standing by the window. I just got out and started shooting.
There with a handgun. Who's that?
It's just,
Did you know that he shot back at y'all?
I ain't noticed until we pulled out. There was a bullet hole in my side window. And I told Justin, I'm like, man, I'm hit. He like, I'm hit too.
And he gives you the keys to the expedition?
Yeah.
You get inside to move it?
Yeah.
And then where does he put the Mercedes?
He put it like right there with the expedition in the front yard. FaceTime Juke, let them know they was out work.
Who FaceTime Jook?
Justin had FaceTime Juke, spelling out dog. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that we did it.
And let's back that up. You said somebody spelled out Dolph. Who spelled out Dolph?
Justin spelled out dog.
When you say spelled out Dolph, what do you mean?
Like the sign language.
With
Jailhouse sign language.
like this would be an O?
Nah, yeah, I think I don't know how to do it, but
Okay.
something like that.
All right, so there was some signing, then y'all just took care of Dolph. Where are y'all's guns at this point?
Oh, we had them in the backseat for the expedition.
Brought them with you from the Mercedes to the expedition?
Yeah.
All right, you needed some medical attention or something.
Yeah, he had called one of his partners, Justin had called one of his partners to bring me a wound kick, or whatever.
Do you know who we called?
I don't know what he called.
Do you have your phone with you during this?
Nah, my phone, I had left my phone in the bin, in the safe bin.
All right, so when you got in the bins from your house, did you have your phone with you?
Yeah, I had my phone, I put it in the glove department.
Okay. When you got out to shoot Dolph like we saw, did you have your phone with you?
Nah, it was in the glove department of the bin.
Okay. And tell me again what Quet said during these conversations?
Yeah, we had to like get rid of their car. We had to move their car, get rid of it.
So footage of them at the apartments now after the shooting. That's his cousin, I would imagine.
Can stop it here. Driver
So he shot right here. That's why his shirt's all fucked up like that.
just got out. Who's that?
That's me.
You got your shirt all messed up, don't you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm bleeding. I'm shot.
Go, and we saw somebody get out the passenger side. Is that right?
Yeah, that's just
All right. Gray sweatpants, black hoodie, and that hat we saw is Justin. Is that correct?
correct.
Same outfits that y'all were wearing during the murder.
Correct.
Same outfits and everything, man.
Y'all go inside. Tell me what y'all do once y'all get inside.
We change clothes. We change clothes. We didn't talk too much to her about nothing. Did we name nothing like this?
He doesn't have the hoodie on anymore, does he?
Nah. We had change clothes.
This guy is so cooked.
What are these things in his hand?
Oh, that's the wound kit. Walgreens, baby.
It's a wound kit from Walgreens.
Do you know what happened with those guns?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen them again at all?
I ain't see Justin no more.
Did Justin ever tell you what he did with the guns?
Nah.
Jesus, he never saw the guns again?
Sleep good? Sleep bad? How were you?
I had passed out the night. I had blacked out in the bathroom from losing too much blood or whatever.
Okay.
But my girl had got me back up and stuff like that.
Were you worried about your physical condition?
Nah, I wasn't worried because I knew as long as I wasn't bleeding out the mouth, that I was okay. As long as I ain't no blood coming from my mouth, I'm straight. I've been shot before, so.
Since there's no blood coming out of his mouth, he's gonna survive the gun wound. It's not really how it works, but
And that's true. You didn't have a beef with Dolph, did you?
I ain't even know though. I ain't even no bid.
You never met him a day in your
I
life?
never met him day in my life. I just wanted the money.
we can call what y'all did here, whatever we want to call it, but you're not a professional hitman or anything, are you?
Nah, I ain't nothing. He telling me Juice said, too hot right now. He gonna get with us and all that, too hot.
So they never got paid. It was too hot for them to get paid.
And when you cleaned it off, was it daytime or
It
nighttime?
was nighttime.
Cleaning up his
Shot it,
Mercedes.
everything, yup, shot it.
You get shot in the shoulder.
Dude, they had no plan after the killing.
I don't want him to put it in the mailbox, but he said he had a letter with it too. $500 in a letter.
$500 in a letter.
Yup.
And obviously you're supposed to get $40,000.
Right.
But you got $500 in a letter.
You think right here, yeah.
And what was the substance of the letter?
Saying that Juice said if we get caught up, he gonna make sure we had the best lawyers and all that old stuff. We hot right now.
Imagine committing a murder and getting $500 in your mailbox for it.
I don't know who it was, but they got out $300.
$300.
Yup.
So now he's at $800 for a murder.
We've been paid about $800.
Yup.
Is there any other payment coming?
All the payments stopped then.
All the payments.
Everything stopped.
Is there any time that you or your girlfriend or anybody received a large payment?
Nah. Photo of me and Justin.
And you?
Shooting it dope.
Photo of me and Justin shooting at Dolph. Crazy.
Photo of me and Justin running away from the shoot after we got done shooting it dope.
Running back to that white Mercedes?
Running back to the car. Photo of me and Justin in Whitehaven. Going to get cleaned up after the shoot.
And are you the one with the messed up shirt?
Yeah, I got my shirt up. I got my hoodie up. My blue hoodie up.
Had there been a rap video filmed there?
Yeah. Justin had shot a rap video there.
Justin shot a rap video actually in front of that house.
Yeah, probably out.
They're in one of Justin's music videos together. This is where they left the Mercedes somewhere behind this house. It's the same driveway as a music video of him standing there. Holy shit. That's Justin with the Bass Pro hat on.
Same outfit as when y'all committed the murder?
Yeah, same thing.
Who's that?
It just,
Same outfit?
yeah, same thing. It just, old enough to leave.
And here he is with his suitcase trying to leave town later that night. All right, defense lawyer cross-examination on him. So he's going to try to make Cornelius here look like a liar about everything.
And did you tell them the truth?
Nah.
Right? Because specifically they asked you whether or not you'd ever seen that Mercedes
Right.
and whether you'd been in it, right?
Right.
And you said, never been in it, never seen it, never been in it with Justin Johnson.
Correct.
Right? Okay, just to be clear. The original lawyer in your case got $50,000 to represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I can't say.
All right.
How the fuck did he afford $50,000 to his lawyer at first?
Came from CMG. Right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yo.
All right.
Dude, CMG is cooked.
So you talked today. You got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
After I was locked up,
You got paid,
my
right?
lawyer was paid.
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Free.
Your conscience wasn't bothering you that bad, right? You said your conscience started bothering you, but not bad enough not to take the money for the job you did.
I mean, I see the point, but so at first he was trying to fight it, clearly, and then he switched.
And you said he's there with his money, getting out of town. To be clear, you don't have any direct knowledge of Justin Johnson getting a dime for this, right?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
Okay. So you can't say he's leaving with his money, right?
You're right.
Okay. So Mr. Justin, you're saying Mr. Johnson sent you something saying he actually said he didn't do it, right?
Nah, he didn't say he didn't do it. He said cut him loose and take Juke and quit down with me because they ain't messing with us.
Oh, you mean tell the truth? Nah, because he didn't have anything to do with it. Tell the truth.
Nah, he saying me take the downfall.
Oh, okay.
Cut him loose. Let him go.
Okay.
And tell them to quit and him change clothes and quit with me instead of him.
Bro was trying to make him take the whole downfall for everything. That's crazy.
Did you get it directly from Justin Johnson?
Nah.
Did you see him write it?
Did I get it? He said, did you get that? Did you get that cut?
Did you see him write it?
Nah, I ain't seen him right. I mean, another part.
And you would agree with me, the truth doesn't change. It's the truth, right?
Yeah, the truth. You know, quit brought me in and set me up for the police to capture me, so might as well tell the truth. If we gonna tell the truth.
Okay. For the first time ever, you testified that you wiped that Mercedes down. You've never said that before.
No, I ain't know.
You've never told them. You never told them that you wiped that Mercedes down?
I never told detectives when I talked to them. Nah.
Why would you not tell them? They've asked you every question under the sun about this case, right?
I said detectives. I never admitted that I was involved to detectives when I first got locked up December 9th.
Why didn't you tell them in August you wiped the car down?
We were talking about so much, you know, shit my man from.
Bro, his high-pitched voice is killing me.
You don't recall them asking you and you saying Justin said he had someone wipe the car down.
Yeah, he told me he had somebody to wipe the car down too.
But you didn't think to ask him,
I
right?
told him that I wiped it down. He said you used the right stuff, because I got somebody else to wipe it down. You know what I'm saying?
But if you were telling the truth, you wouldn't have any trouble, right? Going, did I say that or not? Because you know you didn't say it because you told the truth.
Well, at the time, he was being interviewed by police and he wasn't snitching at. He was trying to fight the case, so he was clearly telling lies. He's not going to remember all the lies he told them or why he didn't say certain things.
This time or that time?
I be telling the truth all the time, all along.
Okay. When you were interviewed by law enforcement in August, they asked you that. And you said, I think he had the same deal with Justin. Right? So do you know it or do you think it?
I probably did say that then, but basically I'm saying the same thing I said then.
So you're not sure?
I'm saying the same thing I said then.
Okay. That you think he did. I'm putting it the way you put it.
What I know, you know what I'm saying? What I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if you know it, why would you tell them then that you thought it? I think he got it. Why wouldn't you go, he got it? He had the same deal. I was there.
Yeah, because just ain't bring me my money, so I don't know what he got with me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
They won't see me.
Find inconsistencies and prior inconsistent statements, but it's not really stuff too important. I mean, your boy's caught on camera several times, so.
So you wipe down, where'd you wipe down on the inside?
Like, the armrest, seat and stuff, and the dope counter.
So this is a medical examiner, I believe.
Skeletal muscle, and it caused a lot of fractures to the mandible, the lower jaw, and it caused fracturing around the gums where the teeth are located in the lower jaw.
And your medical opinion with this would be catastrophic or fatal?
Potential. The head is here, and his feet would be down here. This is his right arm, this is his left arm, and you can see this area here, there, and they're not so great. Some over here and another there. Those are gunshot entrance wounds.
Entrance wounds.
Yes.
So for the torso or this area, how many entrance wounds did you calculate?
For the torso, 8.
Okay. How many exit wounds were there?
4.
Did any of these bullets hit any vital organs as they passed through the body?
They did.
And what did it hit?
It hit the right lung, liver, the thoracic aorta, which is a major blood vessel that supplies blood to the whole body, small intestine, several ribs, and some vertebrae.
So he had no chance. He was shot, I think, 20 times, and only 4 of the bullets exited, which usually means the bullets broke up inside of him. And he was shot like in the jaw and neck area. Like he had no chance. Fucking ridiculous. This was such a pointless killing, dude. That's pretty much it for day 1. Intense shit. I'll keep coming to the trial. It should be done by the end of the week, apparently. Hit subscribe. Love you guys. Peace out.